everybody, welcome to Talk That Talk. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion has 3 songs that debuted on Billboard's Top 100, which is her song called Her, which is number 62, her song called Ungrateful, which came in at number 82, and her song called Budget featuring Lotto coming in at number 87. So we've been talking about Megan Thee Stallion's latest album, Traumazine, and I know you guys have even commented saying you like the album. So she's got some songs that debuted on the top 100. Now let's move on to Halle Bailey. So Halle basically opened up and she is talking about being in love, but she wants everybody to know that she's been working nonstop despite being in a relationship. Halle also shared how she felt about being scared to do projects on her own without her sister Chloe. So Halle said, I was so scared to do projects on my own without my sister. Halle also said, I was nervous to do something on my own. I was like, I don't know if I can do it without her. I'm so used to her being there to give me that final push. So what do you guys think about Halle basically opening up, sharing that she was very nervous and scared to do her own projects such as music, and we all know she's coming out with The Little Mermaid in May of next year. What do you guys think about that? For me, I know that I definitely want to see them do more projects together. I was really happy to see them do the cover of Essence magazine together. I like them together, but I do think that Halle is going to come out with some really good music on her own. So I can't wait to see that. Moving on to Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj's fans got to Twitter and accused Lotto, Doja Cat, and Erica Banks of being extremely quiet after Nicki was announced number 1 on Billboard. So fans were expecting them to, give her a shout out for Super Freaky Girl going number 1 or congratulating her on social media. Fans even came at JT, but JT had to check them and say that she reached out to Nicki Minaj personally and on social media and for people to mind their business. So what do you guys think about the fans calling out other female rappers about not congratulating Nicki Minaj publicly or making sure that they did? What do you guys think about that situation? Now let's talk about Chloe Bailey. So Chloe will be working with Cardi B and Offset. So Cardi B stated on Twitter that she is directing Offset's music video with a sexy, talented artist. And it seems that this artist is going to be Chloe Bailey. So what do you think about Chloe Bailey working with Offset? And how do you guys feel about Offset doing these solo projects? We know that he came out with the song 54321 and he has another song coming out. So what do you guys think about Offset going on his own and the Migos basically breaking up at this point? Do you guys think Offset is going to have a successful solo career? Now, let's get back to Megan Thee Stallion. So Megan is still battling with her label 1501, and she's now seeking $1 million in damages in a lawsuit along with her release from the label. Now, we've talked about the drama that she's currently having with her label before in a previous video, and she wanted Traumazine, this album, to be the last project that she would have to do under this label to fulfill her contract. But in this lawsuit, when you look into it, there is some questions about whether or not Something for the Hotties would count as an album. They're saying that it has to meet a certain number of minutes to be considered an album. So I don't know if she's going to win that case or not to have Something for the Hotties be considered an album. She's also seeking that $1 million because she is alleging that her label leaked her album. So there was drama around that, which we did talk about before. So what do you guys think about that whole situation? Now let's move on to Saweetie. Now, Saweetie, there is talks of her recording her debut album. And people are shocked because she doesn't already have a debut album out. A lot of people would already assume that Saweetie has an album out. I mean, did you guys realize that Saweetie did not have her debut album out? Like, she never put out an album. Saweetie has given us so many songs And she's been out for a little while now, and she's never put out an album. So, what do you think Saweetie's going to be giving us on this album? I personally think that Saweetie is still trying to figure out what is going to work for her. She's still trying to get a huge hit. I think Saweetie was working on a lot of things. We know that Saweetie was struggling with her performances. I think Saweetie is still developing as an artist, but I do think that it is strange that she does not have her first album out after being out all of this time. So we'll have to see what Saweetie comes up with, okay? Now, let's talk about Flo Milli, because Flo Milli released a music video for her song called Big Stepper. Have you guys seen the music video? Are you guys feeling this song? I think it's a really good song, and I love how unique she is. She just has, to me, it feels like she has her own style, and she's just very, very different. So we'll have to see how Flo Milli develops, and I hope she really gets the true push that she deserves to get more limelight, okay? And then lastly, we are going to wrap this up with Fetty Wap. Now, Fetty Wap has not really put out a whole bunch of music recently. Well, he hasn't been on the radio for any recent songs. I know of Fetty Wap from years back when he had a couple of hits, but allegedly he has pleaded guilty and is facing 5 years in jail. Okay, and a lot of people are in the comments saying they're basically disappointed in that since he had a lot of fame and he was a successful rapper and had hits under his belt, they felt like he could have easily picked a different path. So what do you guys think about Fetty Wap pleading guilty and potentially facing jail time? What do you guys think of this whole situation? Sadly, we have a lot of rappers that do get into legal trouble. We got a lot. I mean, look at Gunna and Young Thug. Like, there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of rappers who have hits. They have successful music careers, but they just can't leave that street life alone and just completely move on to being a celebrity. So what do you guys think about that situation? And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.